Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ricardo Velasquez. I'm one of the instructors at Northern Lakes College for the Introduction to Surveying and Survey Theory and Calculations programs. This evening is here with me, one of the other instructors, Hesham El Higazi, and together we are gonna do this presentation.
So let's tell everybody what is surveying. Surveying is the science that deals with determining and establishing three-dimensional points. So we are establishing the three-dimensional, which are northing, easting, and elevation of the point, interrelated by lines, angles, distances, and directions. So if you know the coordinates of one point and you find the bearing and the distance to another point, you can find the coordinates for the second point.
Excellent. Over here we have a video, but unfortunately it has no sound. But anyways, I'm gonna put the link for any student that would like to see this presentation. But for now, I'm just gonna skip this this page. So here at Northern Lakes College, we have a couple of programs. And the first one is Introduction to Surveying. And this is just a brief description. If you don't have a prior surveying experience, the Introduction to Surveying program will provide you with a solid foundation of survey theory and confidence to perform routine field survey tasks, right? You will be prepared for entry-level positions where you will continue to expand knowledge of surveying as a member of a survey crew.
The Introduction to Surveying courses. We start with basic math for industry, and this is just simple mathematics that we use in surveying for our calculations. Survey Theory 1, and next will be Industrial Safety 1. Next will be Survey Field Training 1, and this will be in the field. And finally, Introduction to Technical Drawing and AutoCAD.
Very good. The second program that we teach here at Northern Lakes College is the Survey Theory and Calculations. This is a more advanced program. It has more content when it comes to surveying, and this provides theory for surveying and survey calculations, but the program is intended to provide anyone that is already working in the industry, in a survey crew. It has some basic knowledge of calculations that will be very good to advance in this industry.
And the third and the last program will be Survey Theory and Calculations course. And also here we start with the basic math for industry, then entry level for Survey Theory 1. Next will be Survey Theory 2, which is more advanced. Map projections, introduction to satellite positioning, working with RTK and GPS, and finally cadastral surveying.
Here, what we'd like to show you is a little bit of the equipment that you will be working in a typical day in the field, right? So this is the most basic. It's a level which you can see on the left side in red and white. That's a conventional level, and on the right side we have a digital level, right? A more advanced type of level.
Yeah. So if you like to work outdoors, surveying is the best for you. As Ricardo said, one of the equipment we use is the level, and this is you will use it for measuring the vertical distance. And this equipment that we see here, the instrument is called total station. Total station, mainly we use it for horizontal distance. It gives you a precise measurements for horizontal distance. Also, it can measure vertical distance, but we prefer to use the level for vertical distance for precise measurements.
And one of the instruments that is every time is more popular, obviously. Back in the 80s, it was not very conventional, but now these days it's a norm in surveying. Is the GPS, right? It's called Global Navigation Satellite Systems. These days called like that because we have so many satellite systems, like the Russian satellite system, the North American satellite system, which is actually called GPS, right? But in every phase of surveying, whether it's construction, legal surveys, RTK, GPS is the norm these days.
Where do surveyors work? You can find different opportunities after studying the surveying course, and mainly with the oil and gas pipeline and oil sand industries, which is very popular here in Alberta.
Other types of work that surveyors we are involved in, and that after you complete your courses, you will be ready to start working is the construction and the land development. Construction refers to anything that has to do with highways, buildings, any structural elements, right? And the land development refers, to kind of how the land is divided, right? Like a very simple example will be which property you own in your house, right? Which is delimited by some pins on the corners that we call them property corners, right? And so those are legal corners.
Mineral exploration and energy transmission industries is another field that the surveyor can work in.
Excellent. Now, most of the work that you will be prepared for in this in our courses are basically in the field. But many of some of our students that have advanced in their careers, some of them end up working in the office, right? And one of those possible choices is to be a CAD operator, right? And in the Introduction to Surveying program, we teach a course in basic AutoCAD, and that's just a very basic course, but it will be very useful if you have intentions to start working in an office at some point.
Program delivery. Survey theory and calculations and Introduction to Surveying are delivered online. Study anytime, anywhere, with a high-speed internet connection. You don't have to be in a classroom. You don't have times to study. It's all on your own. Introduction to Surveying has a 5-day field training component. For this course, you have to be physically in the field. And this course teaches you how to use the equipment we use in surveying. At Northern Lakes College, Shell Canada Power and Engineering and Technology Center in Peace River.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that I would like to just emphasize about this is that this field camp, it can happen depending on where the students are living at the time. We usually offer this course. The last one we did it in Leduc, Alberta. It ran for 5 days, and so the students really can put in practice what they learned in their studies, right?
Are you doing this one, Ricardo?
Yes. So for the admission requirements, because we have two programs, we have the Introduction to Surveying. The minimum requirements for the Intro to Surveying is English 10.2 or the equivalent, Math 23 or equivalent, and to be enrolled in 23 or the equivalent. For the survey theory and calculations, it is a requirement that you have 6 months of work experience. It is recommended that you have completed also the Introduction to Surveying program, but not necessary.
How long is the program? Introduction to Surveying, dual credit will last for 2 years. Full-time, if you do it full-time, then 1 year, part-time, 2 years. The start dates usually in September and February. For survey theory and calculations, only part-time for 2 years. Start dates every first and third Tuesday, except in July and December.
Very good. Yes, most of these start dates are tentative, but the best thing will be to contact the Survey Theory and Calculations program, and we will show you at the very end a very useful email where you can contact for more up-to-date information. Now, the dual credit. This is eligible to earn career and technology studies credits towards their high school diploma, plus the Introduction to Surveying certificate from the Northern Lakes College, right? This is a very good option, right? Because you can be taking this program while you are taking your high school, your regular high school studies. And the nice thing about this is that you will be achieving a college certificate before leaving high school. And that increases your chances of getting employment.
So Resource Technology Department contact, here is the email on surveytheory@northernlakescollege.ca and the website www.northernlakescollege.ca.
Excellent.